Good morning on this rainy morning. It's going to be a wonderful service. This is one of my favorites, the White Stone Ceremony. And if you're in Zoom land, we're so glad you're here. Sorry, we don't have a white stone for you, but you can think of your own word as we work through today. But please remember to mute yourselves and also maybe silence cell phones too. So, all right. You know, we have had the most fun services this holiday. I have loved this. We had a wonderful Christmas brunch, and then the Burning Bowl was a lot of fun, and now we have the White Stone. And no matter what's coming at me this new year, I know we're starting it right. And I'm really, really feeling hopeful and good about things. Now, we've been trying to share more with people to read, but the Christ candle is lit, and I'm going to go ahead and just let us start by taking a breath and remembering what the Christ candle means. The light of Christ ever shines within me. Its light is inexhaustible and eternal. This light can never grow dim. Nothing in all the world, we must remember this, nothing in all the world can take this light from me. As long as I remain in consciousness of light, I have light. I remain in consciousness of light. So together we might say, and I'll break it in parts, the light of Christ within me, the light of Christ within me is ever my illumination, understanding and inspiration. Understanding and inspiration. And with that Christ light in me, we say together our power statement. There is only one presence and one power active in my life and in the universe. God, the good, the omnipotent. So, Travis, would you please read the daily word, and the mic is ready to go.
Good morning. Happy New Year, everyone. Today's daily word is strength. God's strength is my strength. I am strength. If I identify solely with my human nature, I may feel daunted by my cares and duties and by the state of the world itself. When I feel small or ill-equipped to face troubling situations or uncertain circumstances, I remind myself I am never without the power of divine strength within me. The awesome strength of God is inexhaustible and without limitation. Anything I may be called to face is no match for divine strength. As I grow in spiritual understanding, I realize I need not pray for God's help. Instead, I claim the strength of God as an aspect of my divine identity. I affirm divine strength is mine. I am strong in spirit. As these words grow in my consciousness, I feel better able to keep life's struggles in perspective and remember I am strong. So let's say the affirmation together. God's strength is my strength. I am strength.
Light, strength, I love it. This is all about words today. Let's see if I can make this work. I did. Nope, it went the wrong way. Okay. All right, here we go. So, because we have so much going on, we're going to, put what we usually do at the end in the beginning. So, Chris, we're going to pass the basket now. But in the basket is a white stone, and you can choose either a colored pencil or a marker. Colored pencils work real well on the white stones, but there's also a marker. So if you would pass that around to everybody so that they can get their stone and pencil. And it is time, if you want to put anything in the basket, you can, or we'll have the basket out later and you can do that. Now tomorrow is the Epiphany, and we don't celebrate those holidays necessarily, but I know, but it is. Some of us who've grown up in the Christian tradition, we remember some of these things. This is when the wise man came. Travis, you want to say something about it? Just real quick. But it is an interesting event.
So Jeannie knows that for many years now I've had this spiritual journey through Epiphany, through the Holy Nights. This is related to some esoteric Christianity that I began studying many years ago. So it's this journey from the birth of the innocent child Jesus on Christmas Day. That innocent child. And in esoteric Christianity, interesting fact is that Luke Jesus that it talks about in the gospel was a soul that had never incarnated in a human body. It was a pure soul that incarnated. And then you move forward to the Epiphany, which is on January 6th. And January 6th was the date for the baptism in the Jordan by John the Baptist. And that's when the dove descended from the heaven and it entered into the body, this soul body of Jesus who had never been incarnated, had never been subjected to the temptations of life, of living in life. And so you have this journey from birth, from the innocent child to the birth of the Christ within. And so tomorrow is the Epiphany. Tonight is the 12th Holy Night. And so there's this imaginative journey that you can take. And of course now we're coming to the end of it. But it is the awakening of that Christ light within, or the birth of the Christ within, from the birth of that innocent child on Christmas Day to the birth of the Christ on Epiphany tomorrow.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I think it's even marked in the little booklets we always get for Advent with Unity. They look at the 12 powers and kind of the journey after Christmas. So thank you, Travis. Well, let's come to prayer. Now, for prayer today, I was inspired by something I read. It's a book of affirmations by Sarah Payton. And Sarah Payton does a lot of work with resonance and nonviolent communication. And so the way she does an affirmation is she has some wonderings, some questions, and then she has the affirmations. And when I read her affirmation for what I'm about to do, it just reminded me of an affirmative prayer. And I said, oh, I've got to use that. So that work, I just wanted you to know ahead of time what inspired this prayer. So, let us just relax into the power of this now moment, praying together in our beloved community. It's a beautiful, quiet, soft, rainy day, and we're together. We open our minds to wonder a bit and then realize the truth of our divine nature. We open our minds and hearts to receive the love and the wisdom of this morning. I wonder, when the world is turned upside down with stress and trauma and then settles into a new normal, do you wish for the new to be better than the old? Do you worry about the way things are settling? Are there worries about losses of liberty, choice, thoughtfulness, flexibility? Do you wish for a return of trust? Just for a moment, would you like to be able to believe the old narrative that all changes are for the better? And when you see losses that leave us in worse shape, do the cells of your body protest these changes? Do you long to see human creativity and generosity actually show up and shape our future? Those are our human wonderings. Well, now I turn to spirit. God is life, love, wisdom, strength. My life, this world, this universe unfolds in divine order. I am life, love, wisdom, and strength. I see the present time with clear eyes and calm thoughts, understanding what is happening even when I don't like it. I am a part of this world, no matter how things unfold, and my voice matters. I speak about what is important to me with love and power and gentleness. In the places where I make decisions, I use my decisions to create a world that has the values that are important to me. Every moment is an opportunity to create my world. Every moment. Oh, I so appreciate this time together, this time to acknowledge and realize truth and possibilities. I look forward to this new year. I approach it with clear intentions, faith, and my spiritual powers. And so it is. So it is. Him playing the piano, Russ and Pam and Brittany and I got to meet Daniel Nahmod in Dallas, and wasn't he wonderful? He would just sit down at that piano, and that clear voice of his, tenor, it's just beautiful. So here we are at the White Stone ceremony. This is going to be good. All right, so, well, words are always important to Unitix. My God, we've got the Daily Word, and it's 100 years old. And Betty's got every one she's still got every Daily Word little booklet she's ever received. In fact, I ran across some old ones, and I said, but then I couldn't get rid of them either.
Thank you, Gail. She's got me a subscription for like the past 5 years.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, but it's an important thing, its logo symbolically refers to the creative, law-giving, revealing activity of God. And then, we say, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. So the Word is important. Well, now I always like to look up the words of the past year. What was important in the past year? It's kind of fun. You're going to enjoy this, I think. So my research revealed words, of course, about politics. And don't worry, there's nothing controversial here, I don't believe. And social media, and then, of course, advances in AI. What words are coming up? So now, new words catch on when they capture our imagination and seem to fill a hole with a word for a concept that we need to express. So let's see what we've got this year. All right, guess what? The Oxford word of the year is brain rot. And this is going to surprise you because now what it refers to is deterioration of a person's mental or intellectual state, especially viewed as a result of overconsumption of material. Could that be from the internet and all that social media? And this content, though, is considered to be trivial or unchallenging. It's also something characterized as likely to lead to such deterioration. Now, here's the surprising part. Henry David Thoreau warned us of brain rot. He literally used the word in 1854 when he was 27, and he went out into the woods. He wrote the book Walden. And he used it as a term to rail against oversimplification. He asked, why level downward to our dullest perception always and praise that as common sense? While England endeavors to cure the potato rot at that time, will not any endeavor to cure the brain rot, which prevails so much more widely and fatally? See, everything old is new again. Instead of using curiosity and wonder, we resign ourselves to the unreflective habits of fitting in, getting by, chasing profit, and chatting about gossip on the internet and Facebook. So let us think about that. That's a good one. Okay, now try this one. Polarization. I love that picture there. The division into two sharply distinct opposites. Now we know there's polarization. We define polarization as division into these opposites, especially a state in which the opinions, beliefs, or interests of a group or society no longer range along a continuum. We get down to the extremes, and it becomes, concentrated at the extremes. The word was widely used across the media landscape. Y'all know that. And it didn't matter if you were right or left. Fox News said that Vance's debate answer on immigration crisis just shows the voter polarization. While MSNBC said the 2024 presidential election has left our country more polarized than ever. Everybody used the word. So polarization and the verb polarize, though, that dates back to the 1800s when they first described light waves. Had nothing to do with politics, science. That physical meaning of polarize is to cause to vibrate in a definite pattern. And but then it led to the political and cultural meaning that we use it today. So I love words. It's always interesting to go back and look at their origin. Okay, so another word that was important last year, totality. You know, we forget that the eclipse was a really important event. And that didn't polarize us. That one kind of brought us together. I don't know about y'all, but I was driving to Eureka Springs, and I went through Morrilton to see the eclipse. And then I got up to Eureka Springs, and the next morning, everybody in the hotel, and I'm talking like 6:30 a.m., they were all talking about their experiences and sharing. And, you know, we were strangers, but there was something about that. So, totality. Okay. Demure, I love this one. You may have heard this. It's kind of become popular with the internet stuff or social media. In its earliest use in the 14th century, demure described people who avoid drawing attention to themselves. Since then, it has also become a way to describe those whose shyness is a bit of an act. And it's, let's see, so it got on TikTok. You see how I do my makeup for work? I'm very demure, very mindful. Oh my goodness. That's a funny one, okay? All right, pander. Well, we all got pandered to last year, the voters. Y'all have heard that word. Okay, now here's another one. Resonate. This is an example of how culture can, take over something that really means a lot to us. It means a lot to me in nonviolent communication and in New Thought, really. But it's the word spiked in Chat GPT. It's become a popular word that means to affect or appeal to someone in a personal or emotional way. So it's being used a lot today in news, in contemporary writing, in New Thought. So you're going to hear that word, but it really, it's. I don't want it to, it's sort of like everyone took over yoga and then it lost its meaning. Actually, yeah, I'm going to come back to this today, this idea of when something gets overused. So we'll talk about that. Now I think this is my final one. Weird. Remember that? That became important. And when he said that, he said, they're just weird. And I loved it. And it wasn't really like ugly and vindictive. It just kind of described it. So, okay. Now, so those are some examples, maybe priming the pump a little bit, because y'all are going to have to be thinking of your word. But I propose that we use our heart-centered metaphysics to uncover the words for 2025. We're going to be doing personal words, and we're going to also be doing words for our unity community. But remember, we've just come out of a time of Advent, and we had words during Advent: faith, peace, love, joy. And then we've got the 12 powers. Oh, in unity, words, just there's too many to choose from, in a way. And, and we claim some of these words in I am statements. I am divine presence. I am peace, serene in this moment. I am faith-filled and faithful. I shine the light of love in the world. I am whole. and in wholeness I heal. So I'm just really priming the pump for you. Brings us to the white stone ceremony. And this idea comes from Revelations. Whoever has ears, let them hear what the Spirit says to the churches. To the one who is victorious, I will give some of the hidden manna. I will also give that person a white stone with a new name written on it, known only to the one who receives it. Now, you don't have to keep yours secret, really, but that's where this comes from. And so as Bill and Cher Holton out of North Carolina provided this explanation of this, as we activate our intuitive wisdom by paying attention to our high spiritual teachings and making them practical, now that's eating the manna, we tap into the extraordinary us, our innate divine nature, and we become aware of our true spiritual divinity. And that's the white stone. What's the essence there? Which transforms our human personality into its higher spiritual nature, the true nature of who we are. So what is your true nature? That's the new name. So here's what we're going to do. We want to choose a word for our stone with a conscious mind and intention. And at the end of the meditation, Russ is going to come up and lead us into a short meditation, and then there'll be music and you can sit and really think about your word. Some of you already have it, but you can just sit and be your word. And finally, we will share our words in a pop-up fashion, but you're not required to share. And then we are going to be thinking about a word for our unity community. Is there anybody that needs a white stone? Have we all got white stones? Okay. All right. Okay. So, Russ, would you come up? Now, what now? Is that the word? Okay. Well, who knows? Okay.
So, I invite you, just close your eyes if you're willing, and know that you can open your eyes whenever it's appropriate. Whenever it's time for you to write, please feel free to just open them and progress as you need to progress. And to begin here, Jeannie read us this great revelation that said that you will be given a white stone. In biblical times, the white stone was given to those who had served their sentence in prison. It was their way of showing that they had paid their penance and that now their slate was clean. So as we begin this meditation, as you begin and take in those breaths in and out, feeling the rise and fall of your own chests, the movement of the breath within you, know that you're moving and exhaling and releasing all that has come before, all that was previous, all that was past. It is no more. With each breath, you cleanse and release, knowing that the past is where the past belongs. In the past, behind. It is not here now. It is not here tomorrow. It is gone from our lives. And today we claim anew. We claim an awareness of the truth of who we are, the divine that we are. And there is a word for us. And in this place, I set my intention to claim my divine nature, to know the God within me. And now each breath that I move in, activates and fills and raises up that divine awareness. And that voice of the divine that is my voice rises up with clarity and certainty to provide to me that name in which I desire and claim to be known by. And it's okay that it takes a moment. It's okay that to begin with, maybe it's only a feeling. Just keep using your breath, inhalation, exhalation, to allow yourself to sit deeper. Just like sitting in a chair, to sit deeper into that awareness, deeper into that clarity of who you are. I'm going to allow Jeannie, if she'll start our music. And just allow yourself to sit here, and even if your word is clear at this point, allow yourself to sit and get deeper understanding, deeper clarity of what that word represents, means, and where you will be going with this word in 2025.
Well, thank you, Russ. That idea of cleansing with the breath really brought about a lot of clarity. So, now if you want, you can share your word, or you can just keep it in your heart. So, Pam, you indicated that you had a word.
Creation. I
Okay.
heard it the other day, somebody was talking, and then on a song on the way here, the guy says, I'm a new creation.
A new creation.
Creation.
That is what I said in the prayer. Every moment we create our world. All right, all right. Anyone else? Yes, Nigel.
Yeah, my word is expand.
Expand, okay.
That was mine 3 years ago.
Expand. Expand. Consciousness. That's a good word.
Empowerment.
We have the same word. Oh my goodness.
Did I read your mind or did you read mine?
I don't know which. I love that. I'm going to say more about that in a minute, but it's a good word. I think for us wise old women, it's a good word. Angel?
Shine.
Shine. I like that. I like that. Light, shine. Chris, you always have an unusual one.
Okay, probably so.
Uh-huh.
I put down U calm, the letter U. That stands for unperturbed calm, which was a gift I received in India last time.
Okay.
But it requires attention, energy, persistence to develop it, cultivate it, make it stronger. I also partly put U because what came into my head a number of times when I thought of unperturbed calm was in fact universal calm,
Okay.
which is the source of
Oh, wow.
So it also
I like
stands for
that.
universal calm.
Oh, that's good.
And it's the root of several divine gifts. So
All right. Thank you. Anyone?
Freedom.
Freedom.
Yeah.
Always good.
Which, really what it means is, for me, is like freedom from like impulsive decision making. and like desire and well, I mean, the not necessarily all desire, because some desire is of course healthy and wholesome, but there's another kind of desire that for me can be a bit impulsive and like getting into my shadow and that sort of thing.
Okay.
So you know, getting free from that and getting free from like dependence on the approval of other people is like a
good one.
Just freedom from all these different like forces that pull at me and try to like boss me around and tell me this is what I have to do, which of course is all just in my head.
Uh-huh.
I don't have to do all that stuff. I'm not dependent on approval of anyone. I don't have to be with a certain person in order to be happy,
Uh-huh.
in order to be okay. I can be free. I can be free from all of it.
Oh, that's great. Create my world. Well, we cheer you on. Anyone else? And you don't have to share.
My word is joyfulness.
Okay. Love that. And with a little one, there's so much joy.
So much.
And then it's hard too, but it's exciting. It's hard but exciting and joyful.
Can you repeat what you said, Jenny?
Joyfulness is her word. And we were talking about how it's raising a little one, it's hard but exciting and joyful. Yes. And that's happens a lot with life. Joy can be a choice every moment. We can hold both. We live in the non-duality. That's freedom too, isn't it? Yes.
My word is voice.
Voice? Okay.
Yes, and this one is just about, I tend to defer a lot to other people or go along to get their approval and just want to use my own voice to say, create my own world. Yeah, speak up more.
I like that.
She wants approval and he wants freedom.
No, she doesn't want approval, Ken. They both want freedom from that. Exactly. Well, Ken, do you have a word?
Straight.
Strength. Okay, and we had that was our daily word today.
Every number of strength. I have that strength.
Okay.
I'll lift you up.
Okay.
I'll lift myself up.
Very good. I like that. Jeannie.
I kept hearing child of mine, but that's not a word
No, we can happen that way.
because I'm really feeling that right now in my life. But also, the word I guess would be spark, because we all have that.
Ooh, spark.
All the spark of the Holy Spirit, and it flows through us out into the cosmic. But
And that's okay to have both coming in like that. That's cool. I love it, child of mine.
it's part of the light that actually connects with the light to make it bigger. And you see the spark, and especially if you look into a newborn babies or
Oh,
a
yes.
baby. I have my first great grandchild, so I'm seeing it again. And I was
In the light.
And that's the closest I've ever seen the spark of God in the world, is before kids learn to judge or think something's pretty or ugly. They're innocent. And if they smile at you, that's the closest I've ever seen the love of God. So I think we're all sparks. And you can see it in old people's eyes, and you can see it in newborns' eyes, and you can see it right before someone dies. It's there.
It's always there, isn't it? We're born with it. It's internal.
Yes, spark is like the beginning. Sparks.
Yeah. Gail.
I'm so struck by the fact that we each had a word that referred to our lesson.
Yes. Yeah.
Light and spark and creation and
Voice.
yeah, like going back to the real higher self that each of us is in a child of God.
That's wonderful. Thank you for putting it that way. Wow. Yes, yes.
You know, my first thought was the word together. And then I thought, you matter. And I put it on both sides. You matter
Yeah.
together.
Matter together.
Yeah.
Like that.
And then I was looking, I'm thinking, not, it's the you matter. It's again the universal. Everyone
Matters. That's, yeah.
And together goes right along with that. And this morning, I'm looking at, it's pouring rain where I live, ice cold rain. And I was wondering whether to try to come today. We've had a rather chaotic Christmas. You know, my daughter tripped on her cat toy the day before Christmas Eve and fell on her ankle and sprained it real badly. And we've had a lot of stuff going on. But anyway, this morning I was wondering whether to come. So I often make a decision about my day by picking one of my many daily words.
Okay.
Where is it open? And so today, I thought, should I come? I don't know if I should. And I picked up a daily word, and it was September the 4th, 2024, and the name of it was Togetherness.
Okay. So you had to be together with us.
Right. So I said,
All right.
others, and they said, well, I guess you're going to Unity today. So, yeah.
Oh, and you know what? You matter to us, and I'm so glad that we're together. Thank you. That's what I love about, you know, we get here early and no one's here, but then there's always this gathering. And I love the gathering. I love the coming together. That's what's beautiful about us. Yes.
I have 3 other white stones at home.
Yeah, I've got all
I
mine.
don't intentionally collect them. They just show up somewhere. This must be significant in some way. I mean, you know, because obviously that's 3 years of white stones. And, you know, it might be in a flower pot that I
Oh, wow.
I'll dirt out to repot the plant. Oh my God, I found a white stone. I mean, they're just scattered around my house somewhere. They don't go away.
That's fun. Now, I'm a little more organized than that, and I meant to bring all mine, because I kept them. But I love the randomness of that. That's really fun.
Are we supposed to keep
Do we, oh, you have, yes, you keep them. So, you have a word. What's your word? Do you want a microphone? Would it be fun to say it to a microphone? Or no? You don't have to share it, but we'd love to know. Okay.
Monster truck.
Monster truck! I love it. I love it. He loves to play. I love that. And how powerful it is to have a monster truck when you're that. Oh, that is a great word. God, if my granddaughter were here at 2.5, she'd be telling you dinosaurs. So that is so fabulous. I love it. I love that. Thank you so much. Wait, wrong way. Okay. All right. Well, we've had, y'all, this has been one of the, I love this when we share, but this year, Gail, you're right. The essence that's come out, it's just really touched my heart. So now we come together with the unity word. Now, this was 2019. We had joyful resilience. Oh my God, we are still resilient. We get back up all the time, y'all. Okay, 2020 vision. I love that one. And well, who knew what that was going to be like that? 2021, reveal the treasure. And because we felt like in this group, there's things that are untapped. Wonder was the next year, and I loved Wonder. Oh, that was a good year. And this was I Am Connected. That was 2023. And in 2024, we did Embrace. We embraced what is. And also in 2024, our good old painting, an open door. And y'all, it was an open door that year. It was an amazing year. We sold that building, and we crossed that threshold of that door. And someone opened a new door for us, and there was a new door for the current tenants, the Church of Christ, I believe it is. Now, all right, now I had a little fun with 2025. Y'all, there were a lot of words that rhymed with 4, but there's a lot that rhyme with 5. Here's a few. Thrive, arrive, dive, jive, revive, drive, alive, contrive, strive, derive, hive, live. There's a lot of words. You can look at, there's more. I couldn't get them all in. Okay, but now it's blocked by the picture, but I just said we thrive in 2025. Now you can do whatever you want, but I think, survive is another word. Actually, but I'll come to that in a minute. Because see, I think we're doing more than surviving, okay? I really do. We sometimes feel like we're small and all that, but I believe we thrive, and I thrive as I open my heart. In the beginning of my desire to prosper, God is the source of divine abundance. I recognize an ever-flowing stream of possibilities, reaching for divine ideas with an open heart, expanded heart. Divine ideas prosper me, providing me infinite ways to satisfy material as well as spiritual needs. Gratefully, I experience great blessings here and now. I thrive. We thrive. Now, I read Richard Rohr's Daily Meditations from the Center for Action and Contemplation. And this year, his theme is going to be I am the salt of the earth, I am the light of the world. And I really love this theme. He said, we'd like to focus on being a presence in this world that radiates and flavors the world with divine love. A warm and healing presence to a world that is dealing with so much. Being salt and light will be our theme for the daily meditations in 2025. It is a contemplative way of seeing the world that leads to an active way of being in the world as a warm and loving presence. So it's a way we see the world and the way that we're in the world and show up. We want to give a warm and loving presence, radiant with the light of love and truth, but salty with justice and compassion. Flavorful as salt that preserves and enhances all that is good in the world. Well, let me go back. Okay, so this is where this comes from. It's from the Sermon on the Mount. Jesus said, you are the salt of the earth. But if the salt loses its saltiness, how can it be made salty again? It is no longer good for anything except to be thrown out and trampled underfoot. Now see, that's what I was talking about. When words get overused, like resonate, or when the idea of yoga gets watered down, it loses its saltiness. It loses some of its flavor. So you have to be careful of that. And you can't, or like when you get into a ritual and a habit, and then the ritual loses its saltiness. You know, there's a lot of ways that when we get unconscious, we lose our flavor. Isn't that good? And then, of course, you are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and hide it under a bushel. Instead, they put it on the stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. So that's the biblical origin of that. And then, again, this was the quote, that we need to be salty, the light of love and truth, salty with justice and compassion, flavorful. See, I think we are a flavorful group. I really do. We are a cast of characters. I am not kidding you. I've been dealing with y'all a long time, right, Russ? And I love you. I'm always surprised and delighted, and okay. So we thrive. Now I want you to be thinking about the word you want for unity, and I know I guess I'm getting a little over time, but anyway, this is a really good song. I told you we've done more than survive, so listen to this song.
Oh, yeah.
I was sitting there and that song came to me and I said, we gotta go for this. Okay, so what are your ideas? What are your ideas? Dangel?
First I was thinking reach, but then outreach.
Outreach, okay. All right, let's see, where's my pen? All right, keep going. Abundance, did you say? Okay, darn it. Let's see, do we have a pen over there?
No, we have several.
We have several,
What are
okay.
these ideas for, Jenny?
This is for our word of the year for our community. We had embrace last year, and we embraced what is, and we went through that. So we've got outreach,
I like Thrive.
and I like thrive, and I like abundance, because that can mean a whole lot of things, not just, it's not limited to monetary or anything like that. Anyone else got any ideas?
I like salty.
I like salty. The more I have thought about that, y'all. Flavorful.
Because salt isn't meant to overlay something. Salt is a seasoning you use to bring out the fullness.
Oh, yeah.
It is. It really is. And it's, back in biblical times, it was really important. But we take for granted salt. And I have learned in cooking just a little bit, it makes the difference, doesn't it? And the flavor. Okay, very good. All right. All right, any other ideas? A lot of what y'all said earlier for yourselves is also very applicable. But, this is not, doesn't have to be decided today. So if you come up with something, please let me know. I would love to add that. Say what? Support, okay. And, connection. It is.
Communication.
Understanding.
Okay. Okay. Got it. I was going to stop and type it in, but I promise I'm getting everything down. Okay.
I like that outreach. Who said that?
That was Angel in the beginning. Yeah. That's for us to thrive. It's got to go out. It's just, and that's why I kind of like that picture of the bursting light. I feel that about us. I feel, to me, there's this kind of vibrant, rumbling energy. It's kind of low right now, but it's under there. I'm really feeling that. And if you come on Monday nights, that's where I've been feeling it. And of course on Sundays. And, I don't know how it's going to express. That's the exciting part. But it's coming. It really is. That. Yes, it is. It is.
If the outreach more comes in, I mean.
That's true.
We do.
Well, it's the idea of giving and receiving. There's no lack. When what you give, you gain. Yeah, exactly. It comes back tenfold or whatever that. There's a scripture that I can't think of right now. So yes, indeed. And so salt and light together. I thought that was a really incredible theme, but maybe we'll keep that in mind, this saltiness. Yeah, okay. All right, please, if you think of something else, let me know. Well, I do have one more song, but it's 12:15. I think I'll save this for next time. But let's just, at this time, let's stand and say our prayer of protection together. And we can even sing the song too. I've got it on here. So let us say together, the light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. The presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And I am divine. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be. With God as our neighbor, united all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Oh, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you all. Oh, that was